doing my second video back, and my first video, if you haven't watched it, is just me talking about where I've been the past couple of years, what I've been doing and what I'm going to be doing. So in this video I'm going to be walking through my entire diet. I'm 18 years old, going into my first bodybuilder competition this year. I'm 14 weeks out currently, and I'm going to go through right now my breakfast and the supplements that I take in the morning. So for breakfast I have original oat milk, about 400 milliliters of it, which is about 3/4 of this cup, with 30 grams of my protein, whey protein, and 2 scoops of oats. So I'll put that in now, just to show you how I have it. Just pull this up to about 3/4. As you can see, so right now, being 14 weeks out, I like to weigh, so as you can see here, I've got my chicken for later and my turkey for meals 2 and 3. But I like to weigh that out, which is important to me, especially with the rice, and then my steak meal later with the potatoes I'll go into later. But for stuff like the liquids and even the protein, I know that the scooper is a 25 gram scooper. Putting 30 grams in, I know it's just going to be slightly over, so I'm not going to be overly getting the scales up with stuff like that right at the start. But as it progresses and I get closer to the competition, I will be weighing everything out. So this is the milk here. It's handy to have something like this. I used to have a NutriBullet, but it broke in, so literally you can grab one of these. They cost like £30. It's just to blend it up. So I put that in. I just get a spoon, 2 scoops of oats into it, as you can see, and then I'll grab 1 scoop of whey my protein, or 1 oversized scoop, should I say. So that's going to be roughly 30 grams. I'll put that in there. So if you want to just have a look at this, that's what it looks like. And then the blender's just in the corner there. If you look at the blender, and I'll put it in there after. I'll show you what it's like when it's made. And just quickly, I'll show you my supplements. So if you want to come in and have a look, I've got it labelled on just to keep myself so I know when to take them. So as you can see, I have omega-3 fish oils. That's basically just digestive enzymes. That's my multivitamins, and that's a more multi-digestives. And on the label, so I'll take 2 of them, or 10 minutes before my first meal. I'm classing this is my first meal, even though it's a drink, it's a shake, so it's my first meal. So 2 of them are before the first meal, and then 2 of them are after. The ones that I take before are there's these ones and these ones, as you can see on the labels. I have those 10 minutes before. These are going to be for just after, as well as these. And then a couple of them, one of them I have before my evening gym, and one of them I have before my state meal tonight. So I'll get this all set up and I'll come back to you once it's ready. So I'm back, it's been about 10 minutes. I've had my first 2 tablets. And if you just want to come have a look, this is what the shake looks like. Pretty standard. The protein powder that I use at the minute is Decagon chocolate from my protein. The oats actually mix in really well as long as you blend it for quite a while. So there's not too many bits in it, which I'm not the biggest fan if I've got bits in, so that's always a positive. And as you can see, I've got the other 2 tablets that I will be taking next. So I drink this, and then I have those 2 tablets after this. And I'll come back to you when I'm having my second meal. So this is meal number 2. I'm having chicken with rice, pretty standard. As you can see, the chicken's there. It's weighed out, it's pre-weighed. I make my meals. So the day before, I'll prep 2 days worth of meals. And it's 150 grams of chicken in meal 2 and 150 grams of turkey in meal 3. It's with 250 grams of rice, and I find it a lot easier just to get the bags. I know it's a bit lazy and I should probably cook up my rice, have a big tub of it, and then scoop it out and weigh it like that, but I don't mind having the bags at the minute. It's a lot easier for me for prepping, especially if I'm away at college or busy, then I can always just bring the bags with me and just microwave them up. Sometimes at the minute as well, I'll use stuff like certain sauces. So I've got chipotle here, I use hot chili sauce as well, and you can hear there, I'm just getting spinach out. So I have baby spinach. Usually I'm supposed to have it with both meals, but I prefer having an overload amount with the turkey meal and not having anything with the chicken one, just because I prefer having the spinach with the turkey. But depends how I'm feeling. If I want to mix it up, I'll have them in both. If not, I'll have a lot on the second one. So I'm going to eat this meal now and I'll get back to you with meal 3. So I've just finished meal 2 about half an hour ago, and I'm on to meal 3. Well, I'm not on to meal 3 yet, but in between meal 2 and meal 3, I like to have my pineapple if I can get it in now. Certain days I can't get it in at this time, but for me it's just about having the pineapple anytime I can throughout the day. So as you can see, I have a large pineapple here. It's the cheapest way of doing it. Just buy the pineapple and then cut it up yourself. I'll leave it in the fridge. It's in a container like this. And if I just turn the scales on now, that'll take the weight of the dish. Yeah, so 0 grams. So if you just have a look, I have 50 grams of pineapple a day. So I'll just pop this in. That's 35. Should be around 50. There we go. Pretty much perfect. So there's 51 grams. So I have that every day, just wherever I can get it in, but usually between meals 2 and meals 3. I'll be back when I'm at meal number 3. So for meal number 3, it's about 3:30 now. I usually go to the gym around about 5 o'clock. So I'll have one more meal, which is meal number 3. And then I have another shake, which I'll show you after this. And then I'll be going to the gym. And for meal number 3, as I've already previously mentioned, I'm going to be having 150 grams of turkey, another bag of rice, and I'll cook this spinach up. I always like to put it in a pan, boil water, put it in there for a couple of minutes, just so that it tastes nicer when it's cooked. And as well for this meal, I'm going to be adding some mango and habanero sauce. I only add a little bit of this. It says a tablespoon's about 15 grams. I probably add about 2 tablespoons worth. It's got very little fat, under 0.5 grams of fat, under 0.1 grams saturated, under 0.17 grams of salt, which actually salt's not too bad. I don't mind having a little bit extra salt on my diet, and the sugars are under 2 grams. So that's pretty good. I'll be adding that, I'll be eating this, and I'll get back to you with meal number 4. So I'm back, and I'm about to have the next meal. As you can see, I've got the bags out here. So this shake consists of having bulk powders. I've bought these 2 items from, and this is L-carnitine. This is a big bag of Vitago, and then my BCAAs are just from my protein. So I have this shake just before I work out. And usually I would have the shake I had this morning, I'll have that as well if I can fit it in time. But for today, I'm going to have that after. So what I'm going to do is I'll have this now. And then I've got my cranberry here with lemon juice and apple cider vinegar. And I have 3 tablespoons of each of those in the cranberry. And if you'd like to know more detail why I have this, I can do another video explaining why I have some of the choices. So I'll put this all in the shake, have the shake, followed by the cranberry juice with those 2 in, and then I'll have a coffee just before I go to the gym. It's 20 to 5 now, 25 to 5, so I'll be getting the gym for about 5:15, do my workout, and then when I come back, I will show you my next meal. Actually, also before I go, so I'll just run through it now actually and do it. So I'll put the water in here, and then I have 2.5 scoops of Vitago, which is 75 grams it comes out to being. I have 75 grams because I have this twice, so I'll be having this one after the gym as well, the exact same shake, except there's no L-carnitine after the gym. So there we go, that's 2.5 of those. And I have 1 oversized scoop of L-carnitine. If I can just get this bag open and find the shaker, there it is. So I'll get this out. So I have 1 oversized scoop of that. Get that in there, and then I have 2 scoops of my BCAAs into this, and then yeah, like I say, I put 3 teaspoons, teaspoon sizes of lemon juice and the apple cider vinegar into the cranberry. So I drink this first, have the cranberry second, and then have my coffee, and then that'll be me ready for the gym. Today I'm training back, and I'll see you after the gym. So guys, just before I go to the gym, have a quick banana, a little small banana, weighs about 50 grams. Have this just before the gym, just setting off now. I'll see you after the gym. So as you can see, I've got my next meal ready. It's another shake. It's the exact same shake as I had before, except there's no L-carnitine in this one. So again, it's 2 scoops of the BCAAs and 2.5 scoops of the Vitago. If you're not sure what Vitago is, Vitago, it's like a carb filler, so it's quite high in calories, and those calories are predominantly carbohydrates. And I do this, as I said earlier on, I'm 14 weeks out, so for the first 4 weeks I'll be having high carbs, just to get my metabolism going. And then after the first 4 weeks, it starts to cut down the amount of food I'm eating. And then again 4 weeks later. So there's 2.5 of that in there. And I'll have 2 scoops of the BCAAs. So I'll just put that in now. A little water. There's one. And there's a second. Yeah, so I have just finished the gym. I did a good back workout. And I have, yeah, so it's around 8 o'clock. So I'm going to make this, drink this, and then in about 45 minutes, I'm going to have my next shake, which is similar to the one I had at breakfast, except it's got an extra thing added to it. And then after that, I'll have 2 more meals for you. I'll get back to you then. So, as you can see, I've got everything out for my next meal / shake again. So every day I'm having 4 shakes, it's 2 of those carb fillers, and I'm having 2 protein shakes. It's about 40 minutes since the last meal I've had, or last shake, and I'm going to do this one now. Since I did go to the gym at about 5 and then get back till about just before 8, it means that I've got to get a lot of food in between 8 o'clock and when I go to bed. I usually try to get to bed to around about 11, so it's 3 hours to get 2 shakes and 2 meals in, which is quite a lot of volume, but I am used to it now. My body has adjusted and I feel like I can do that and eat with ease now, although at first it was quite hard. So if you can't do anything, try and get your meals in as early as possible and with a good length of time in between, because it is better for the digestive system in your body, and that is why I take the digestive enzymes as well, the pills, just to help with that. But as you can see now, I'm just going to open up this new one of the oat milk, pull that to about 3/4. I'll put a little bit more in. There we go. And the only difference to this shake to the one I had this morning is that I have some smooth 100% almond butter in it. I have this just to add a bit of fat. It gives you some fairly healthy fats. So I add just a teaspoon of that into it. As you can see. And then I'll add again 2 scoops of my oats into this, and I'll finish it off with the 30 grams of whey protein. With whey protein, I've tried a few different flavours, and to be honest, this Again chocolate is probably one of the best. I've had their caramel flavour as well, I think it was. Obviously I've tried the generic strawberry, vanilla kind of flavours, but this one's probably up there with being the nicest, especially for mixing in. It mixes in really well. And then I'll add a 30 gram scoop of this. So just get 25 there. And that'll make it 30. So add that in, have this shake next, and then in about another 45 minutes, which isn't ideal, but it's the way I've had to do it at the minute with working out at this time and getting the meals in when I have. I'll then have my next meal, which is going to be steak, potatoes with vegetables, and then after that, finally, I'll have my eggs and whole grain bread, but I'll get to you when I'm making those. So I'm back. It's been about another 45 minutes or so, and this is my second to last meal. It is my steak meal with potatoes and vegetables. I have 150 grams of steak with about 275 grams of potatoes, and just a small bag of mixed vegetables. As you can see on it, I have used this mango and habanero sauce, the same one that I use on my chicken. Some people might find that a bit strange, but I quite like that flavour on it, yeah, I do enjoy having that. And then on the steak, while it's cooking, I use this pepper and garlic steak seasoning, which gives it a lot of flavour and makes it taste really nice. So I have this meal now, and I'll come back to you with my final meal. So I'm back with my final meal of the day. And by the way, just so you know, I have this meal, I've had this daily amount of meals every single day, 7 days a week. Sometimes the times I have them, like I said earlier, do vary, depending on my training, if I'm at college, if I'm at work. It will vary my meal times, but I do have this every single day, and I've been doing so for about 2.5 weeks now, and I will be doing this for 4 weeks. So I'll show you what my last meal is. It is literally 4 medium-sized eggs, with 2 pieces of Bovis granary whole meal bread, And what I actually quite like to do when I'm cooking this is, after cooking the eggs, I have them soft boiled. I've got the water boiled at the minute, which is 3 minutes in the water. I like to have the eggs, I cut them open, eat the top part, and pour the rest of it onto the bread, and almost put it on both sides, put it into a sandwich and just eat it like that. And then anything that falls out, I just have that after. I find that's the easiest way to have it and the most enjoyable. With this, I have my final pint of water before I go to bed. You should be aiming, that's about, a pint of water is just under half a litre. And I aim for 4 to 5 litres of water every day, with about 3 of those litres coming during my workouts. And I'm doing 20 minutes cardio at the minute, but I will have another video up in more detail talking about my training plan, the cardio and what I'm doing with that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. So I'm going to have this meal. It's quite late now, it's coming up to about 11 o'clock. So I'll have this meal, let it settle for about half an hour, and then go to bed. Thanks for watching, and this is Camden Fitness, over and out.